but when you're happy, you're free in your mind.
Man United. 2-0 down, a few minutes to go, and they turn it around to get a draw at home against Burnley. And it's quite remarkable in terms of the turnaround and results. And it's probably not so coincidental because of how the manager has, got the team galvanized. But I want to take this time to focus on Pogba actually. So Pogba is someone who I would say has had a turbulent season. He's had, not so great of a start, and now he's kind of, improved his stock and he's doing really well. And I believe since the new manager's taken over, he's been involved in 10 goals, so that's 6 goals, 4 assists, I believe. And that's the most involvement that anybody in the top 5 European leagues has made since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's takeover. Now, I just want to have a quick gloss over in terms of why there's such a big difference. And we've established it with Man United. There's an element of motivation that's been increased. And more specifically to Pogba, Pogba was being asked to be in a position that was unfamiliar to him, right? He was being asked to play in a holding mid position when he is a free-flowing attacking number 10, maybe to some degree a box-to-box player, but he was being asked to fulfill a role that's not within his remit. And then he was asked to be playing in a style that's not within his remit. And as a result, Paul Pogba, it was very hard for him to be motivated to be asked to do a job that's not really his job. And so, if you think about your own circumstances, if you're going through a situation at work and someone's asked you to do a job that's not really yours, kind of professional, like skill set, you're going to be quite puzzled, you're not really going to be happy about it, and you may feel like you're not even able to complete the task. So that explains, that's one reason that explains why Pogba's form wasn't so great at the start of the season. Another factor is that the style of the manager. So, or more so the style of Pogba, and then how the manager and his style then affected that. So Pogba is someone that he's alluded into interviews as well, that needs to feel like the manager supports him. He is quite an eccentric character, and is probably an extrovert, but he also needs to feel appreciated, and that's something that you can see in the relationships he's had with previous managers, and this is what he's getting with Solskjaer. And it'd be interesting to know if Solskjaer has noticed this himself, and he's shown that support and having that arm around Pogba and reinforcing him of his qualities and supporting him in the sense where he wants to see him flourish in the position that he wants to play in. So giving him a little bit of freedom and creativity to be able to express himself in the way that he would like to. And with that, in combination to him increasing his motivation, are the reasons why Pogba's improved his form. And it's really good to see. It's really nice to see, actually. And he was very influential in the game today. So United were losing 2-0. He led them to their comeback. He scored a penalty, and his performance, I'm not too sure if he got an assist tonight, but let's just say he did. He's working and really complimenting the team. And those are the two reasons why he's picked up in form. But what will be great, and as a take-home message, is for coaches in this instance. So it's important for coaches to know what type of players you have in your team. It's important to know what type of characteristics you have in your team. And, this could be done as a group task. It could be even, a team bonding event where you do a task which can kind of identify and specify what type of characteristics you have in your team. Because not everybody can be addressed the same way. In some ways, Pogba needs to have a little bit of support, whereas someone, let's just say for an example, you've got someone like Lukaku, someone needs to be a little bit more on his case. I'm just saying as a random example, and be telling him what they want from him. And we want you to get starts in your games. We want you to start matches, but you need to be doing this. So a little bit more strict on him, for an example. But you wouldn't be able to do that if you didn't know what type of characteristic and personality he was. So this is a message for coaches as well, just to really try and find out and know a little bit more about your players, because it helps you help them, and then as a result it helps you in terms of results. And elements such as that. So Pogba is really great to see. It's good for you to know as well with viewers what the factors are in terms of him improving his motivation, and let's see how long this can last. And it seemed like it could really be something that's long term. It's about time in a sense, and we're seeing the Pogba that we saw at Juventus, who had really great support from Allegri, and that's something which is evident and out there, where Pogba has nothing but great words to say about Allegri. And we're seeing this happen in England, in Manchester.